Hello and welcome to my toy corner. Today I've got the Uruk-Hai and Gandalf the Grey from Diamond Select Toys. I'm extremely excited for these. They're a little bit late to my party, but hey, better late than never, and a wizard always arrives exactly on time. So let's get them open and take a look. Alright, we'll start off with the accessories. I'm going to do the Uruk-Hai first. Let's take a look closer at these guys. There's that memorable sword. Look at the weathering on that blade, just like in the movie. Multicolors. It does have a unique paint wash on that handle, so that's a great attention to detail there. Got the white hand. Again, you got the same thing. You've got some weathering. You see some beat up metal. It's even you can see the bolts there. You can see the bolts there attaching it together. Does look like it's going to go on pretty well for him. It'll fit, I assume. But look at even that. The strap. You can see the holes, the buckle, the threading on the strap the handle, and even little bolts inside there. That is just something you don't get with most figures. So here's that extra head, the armored head. Again, look at the eyes just piercing right through that helmet. That is just incredible. Teeth all meshed and red. Great wash on the hair. Good detail. Nice sculpt. Really appreciate that. We do get an extra set of hands as well, so you can't beat that. We got some nice meaty hands there. The other ones do look like they'll hold something. They do have a grip, but not as wide as this. This looks like maybe it was meant for the spear or that sword. And then this spear is huge. Look at that. The size of that thing. Again, the same thing going back to the detail in the etchings on the wood. There's multicolor on the wood where it meets the metal post of the spear. So you've got a color change there. We'll show you how it scales with an orc in just a second, but first let's take one closer look at the figure. Wow, the sculpt on this, DST has really outdone themselves with this one. I am so impressed with the detail, the sculpt, and really the accuracy, because I mean it's just like I remember it. I don't think there's any deviation from what I remember in the movie, and granted I think maybe it's been a couple of years since I've done a rewatch, but man, I'm excited for that series to come. Hopefully everybody else is too, and this is just a great way to start that off. Got that armor on there. Again, looking at all of the detail in the chainmail. Absolutely love it. Not too bad on the articulation either. Not not a little stiff, but you want it stiff, right? You want it to be not flimsy. For what you're getting, this is definitely one of the more elite figures from them. Looks like those wrist guards are going to slide back and forth, so I like that they're soft and they're not stuck on there. That also allows the wrist for some movement too. So he should be able to do sort of a shoulder fly, because this, it looks like armor, but it's actually soft and pliable. So, yep, we got the shoulder fly there. You do have some good head rotation. You got a spin there on the ab. I don't want to bend them too much because it's not very mobile, but that joint is there. So, other than that, you got the rockers and most of the standard joints. I think we'll be able to get into some reasonable pose. He's very representative of what you should expect from this guy. He's mean looking, he's detailed, he's scary looking figure. So, all right, let's take a look at Gandalf. All right, there is Gandalf the Grey in all his glory. And of course, first accessory I'm going to highlight, his hat. Can't be him without his hat. Now notice that the hat is a little bit different color. His staff. That is an incredible representation of the staff. All the etchings. They did a fantastic job there. Really love that. The robe is really stiff, so the material on there is not going to allow for a whole lot of posability. But for me, I was more worried about him being stable on his feet. Because there's only, let's face it, he's not really notorious for action poses. I don't think action pose when I think of Gandalf. Maybe I'm wrong. Sure, there's some great scenes in the movie, but got a couple extra hands here. Wrapped hands with the closed fist. This is a real tightly closed fist there. We do have a satchel as well. He's got his little wizard's bag. Probably no fireworks, hopefully, in there. And then that's it. So he's a little limited on the accessories. Like I said, he's got the hat, and a sword does come out of the sheath as well. But where he wins, I think, overall, is, again, his pose, his stability, and his sculpt. Just the beard alone, and the Ian McClellan face. Man, they did a great job. They nailed him. And the etchings on the robe. Just to show you again some of the detail with the threads in there on that rope, the wash, everything that they did, and then the cloak behind him. Even he's got a belt with some detail inside there, if you can see that. Look at the ribbed threading on that belt, and the details on his sash for his sheath. That is just incredible. So I'm absolutely super happy to add him for the collection. Finally, late, better than never, and I am glad to have him. The orc in the background, if you didn't already notice it, I do have them out for size comparison. As always, I'll lead you out with some photos and probably some music, and thanks for watching.